Okay, so story time. I'm a self proclaimed nerd or geek. I like computers and gaming. I like camera gear, cars, any kind of tech or anything around it. I enjoy and I take part of. And like any other geek, I watched the Apple keynote last Tuesday. And at the beginning of the keynote, they did a little video on people whose lives were saved or affected by the Apple Watch. I thought it'd be interesting to tell my story of how my Apple Watch may have played a part in saving my life. And listen to the story, it's up to you to determine. I think it definitely possibly played a part, but here we go. Back in May 2022, I went to bed and I woke up feeling horrible. Body aches, pain, it was hard to move, sweating, and I looked down at my watch and I had probably well over 20 notifications. I'll do a little screen recording and I'll show you here. I had over 20 instances of elevated heart rate while at rest. And the threshold on my watch is set for anything over 120 beats per minute. And I still had, while sleeping, over 20 notifications of high heart rate. I think it went as high as 160 or 159. And to be honest, I'm not in that great of shape, but even when I'm working out, like I might be getting to 160. But to do that in your sleep is definitely something serious. On a normal day, if that had happened, I probably would have just called in sick from work, laid in on the couch with chicken noodle soup and a big cup of water and taken a couple of Tylenol. But in this situation, it was that plus the 20 something notifications on my Apple Watch saying that I had an elevated heart rate while at rest. And that kind of triggered me, hey, maybe this is something more. So my wife and my brother took me to the urgent care. At urgent care, I probably had 4 IV bags of fluid, and they ended up sending me in an ambulance to the hospital. I ended up staying in the hospital for 4 nights, and thanks to the men and women at Houston Methodist Hospital, I'm back and feeling back to normal. Any other normal day, I would have been on the couch, but the fact that the Apple Watch gave me extra notifications about the more serious tone of how I was feeling, I definitely think it played a part in help saving my life. I am not going to bed without my watch on from now on. And since then, I have taken steps to be in better shape. I know I'm eating better most of the time. Um, Going to the gym at least 3 or 4 times a week. I sleep with a CPAP machine, and I've got a wife and son to make sure I'm healthy for. And so that's why I rely on my Apple Watch. I do have a few other nice analog watches, nothing crazy expensive, but a few Seikos or Casios or G-Shocks, which I do like. But since that event last year, Apple Watch is my go-to, and that's why I think the Apple Watch may have helped save my life. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.